And I think if anything at all came out of 2020, it was that we realized the necessity for flexibility in our lives, for a source of income that didn't come always from this thing that we thought was security. It turned out not to be secure at all. So there are a lot of things that have been raised in our consciousness because of last year that now we really need to be thinking about. And what I understood was I didn't have to worry about any of that because years later, somewhat by accident, but a lot by design, I had become a lifestyle entrepreneur. And what that means is that I'm able to define my future, determine where I'm going to live, who I'm going to work with, where and how I'm going to make my living. And it's based on my core values. So that's one of the aspects of this new group that I'm creating on Facebook that we're going to start looking at. We're going to look at how do we determine what's most important in our lives. And again, as we're making decisions, and my guess is that many of you are in the process of making decisions. It may be a decision to start a new business, or it may be a decision to make the business you're in more profitable for you. So in effect, what we do when we fall into a business or we accidentally fall into a job is that we affect our lifestyle. That job, that business determines our lifestyle. And what I want to do is have you determine your lifestyle, and then let's work on a business or work to make your current business match the needs of your lifestyle. And I just want to end with a quick story about myself, because I wasn't always in the right place that I needed to be. And my husband sat down with me one day, and I don't even think he knew what he was doing, but he did what's called a Ben Franklin on me. And it was like pros and cons, something you might consider doing about your current situation, pros and cons. And I was seriously thinking about getting a job. I haven't had a whole lot of jobs in my life. I've got fired from all of them, and that's a whole story in and of itself. But in this situation, the question was, could I make a living in a job better than I could in my business? And the reason I want to tell you this story is I think that there's oftentimes we get so tunnel vision looking that this is the right thing to do and don't understand the implications of the decision that we're making. Well, the long and the short of it was, as we went through and we figured out if I got a job, how much I might make, what my costs were going to be. There's transportation, there were lunches, I had to get a new wardrobe. There were all kinds of expenses. And then there was childcare. And that was kind of like icing on the cake, because when I added that in, it was literally going to cost me to have a job. It was literally going to be more expensive for me to have a job than to continue building my business, where I had the flexibility to work around my son's time at school and at home. And it became a very clear decision for me. So all of that to say, we really want you to take a serious look at joining our community on Facebook. I'll be sending out information about it later this week or early next week. And I hope that you'll join. The first people on are going to get some special attention. And I just hope that you'll take a look at your life and make sure that the decisions you've made you a lifestyle entrepreneur, or that you're moving towards doing that, because we have some tools and some training and some support that will help you be successful.